Nathan, 2-0 home defeat by Stevenage this afternoon. Very disappointing afternoon. Your thoughts on it?
Just disappointed. Look, it's fair play to them. They came, the game plan, they scored in the first minute, so we give ourselves an uphill battle. Stuff that we showed them a million times. We know that Wilkinson's a threat. He would have extra motivation here, so we've got our best, most aggressive header on it, and lost his header in the first minute. So then you've got a mountain to climb. You've got an absolute mountain to climb. We were nowhere near our best anywhere throughout the game, and yet we've had 2-3 kicked off the line. We've missed chances. The keeper must have saved 4. We've hit the post. So we still probably could have got something out of the game, but look, we didn't, and then we allowed them then to dictate the game second half and slow the game down, and they came with a game plan and fair play to them. They got the spot on, and as I said, we didn't get anything from the game.
How frustrating is it for you as a manager when that happens in the first couple of minutes? It's not the first time, is it? It's a bit like deja vu when you think Cheltenham and other games. You must be tearing your hair out.
Well, you are, because you can't do any more work on it in terms of marking and identifying and showing them and nailing it down and nailing it down. So these are, and we have more corners than others. We have more corners, more set plays, and we, ours as inventive as you like, but we don't. We don't score enough, and others do. And Stevenage score a lot of goals from set plays, and not from any kind of cleverness. They just aggressive and go and win the ball, and fair play to them. And they did that in the first minute, and you think, it's happened at it's happened at Cheltenham, it happened at Mansfield, where we dominate games, and we can see. And maybe it's personnel, maybe they changed personnel. I don't know.
I suppose the added frustration must come from the fact that Yeovil last week are set piece, good at set pieces, and we dealt with them admirably, and then today it's a different story.
Yeah, we got to do it week in, week out. You've got to be better week in, week out, and we weren't today. And I said, I'm disappointed because first off we were nowhere near what we need to be. With no energy, no press about us, no nothing about us. All we had last week we didn't have today. And I said they've done us, and they've done us again. There's 3 times now I've lost to Stevenage, and for some reason, for whatever reason, we did, and I said today, congratulations to them.
With it's that one game again, isn't it? We get to a situation where we can get over that last hurdle, really, a chance to go into the top 3 again today, and it's that one game that lets us slip up at that final hurdle. Is that a mental thing, or?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Not for me. I'm expecting it half the time, but I don't let the players show that. I don't show the players that. But it's just disappointing. It's just really, really disappointing to be right on the brink of something. And to be fair, they are now as well. They're right in the hunt. So they were a good side in unbelievable form, and they showed that today. And I said we had enough chances to have got something from the game, if not won the game, but didn't have enough about us, really.
You mentioned those chances. I mean, we responded reasonably well. Jack King had to head one out from under the crossbar in the first half, and then Chris Day made a save from Dan Potts, and then second half we've had at least 3 if not 4 cleared off the line, and Chris Day's made a host of great saves. So there were positives there, it's just taking them, isn't it?
Yeah, but look, it just means that when you concede too early from a set play, it's just so frustrating, because you give yourself an uphill climb, and that's the worst thing about it, because it's so avoidable, it's unbelievable. And then otherwise, you're having those things, you're on the front foot, they're not quite as confident and comfortable, because I said they slowed the game down ridiculously at times, and they were allowed to do that, but it's a game plan, and they've done it, and they've come and done a great away performance. Fair play for them.
You brought Dan Potts back in for his first start since New Year's Eve, and obviously went off at half time. Was that purely tactical, was being 1-0 down? Or was
we brought him in, and I think because they had a big side, so we wanted to be big all over so that we combat a set play threat. So ironically we didn't. So I'd been better off going with a team that didn't have anything like that into consideration. But the trouble is with this league, you have to. But we just didn't defend it well enough. I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed in our performance today, because it was a real opportunity to make a statement, and we were nowhere near.
Obviously the skipper went off towards the end as well. What was the problem with Scott?
His hamstring. He's had recurrence. That's why we rest him midweek games and things like that, not to put the load into him. But he's done something to his hamstring again today, so we'll have to gauge that.
So that will make him a doubt probably for Tuesday's trip to Carlisle. The good thing about that coming so quickly is they've lost again today. Other teams have lost below us. we're still in a great position going up there on Tuesday.
No,
night.
look, we are still in a great position, but it's just we could be even better. We keep saying it, we could be even better. So I don't know how many opportunities we can, because we'll run out of opportunities, and then we'll end up in a place we don't want to be. So it's disappointment because it was an opportunity. And as I said, we haven't played anywhere near where we have today, but we still created enough chances to have got at least a draw out of the game, because we really have, but just didn't come together today. But we've got to dust ourselves down, because it's a big game now on Tuesday, and this time next week we're here with Exeter, so we're going to have to be at it.
Thanks, Nathan.
Cheers, thanks, fellas.